We're gonna slow it down just for a second and just see if we can just kind of quiet down and mellow out just for a second, because I think we could dig it just for a minute. We're gonna get into a little old Neil Young song, kind of slow it down a bit and do a little bit of Down by the River for you.
Oh yeah, Mr. Buddy Miles and friends. It's almost time. Welcome, O wanderers of the wavelength, to the inner sanctum of the chilluminatti. You didn't find us by accident. You were tuned in. Behind this veil of shadow and signal, we gather, not to follow, but to question. So light your candle and lean back 33 degrees. Close the blinds and forget what they told you was real.
You can't go on. And you're sinking low.
It's Saturday night. Rock and Rio. Are you there?
I stole a ride on a passing star, not knowing where I was going, how near or how far. Through years of light, lands of future and past, until the heavenly gates were sighted at last. Star Rider, take me to the stars.
Well, Rock and Rio, you there?
I am here.
I'm hearing echoes.
You're hearing echoes?
Echoes now. Let
Does
me
that
out
make
of the
it go
box.
away?
Yeah, it went away. Let me out of the box, man. Let me out of the box.
You don't like the echo?
No, I don't mind it, I
Do
guess.
the echoes in my head bother you?
Yeah. Looks like Cac is over there. Are you going to join us, Cac? I couldn't see you in the chat. I asked him a question, but then I looked away. And I never looked back. Just like last night. I looked away and I never looked back, but man, we got into some discussions last night.
Yeah,
And,
there's some deep information there.
Looks like Epic Journeyman is Finn has just came up out of the water over there in the chat.
Is he lurking about?
He's over there too. I guess we'll hook you guys up here momentarily. If you're joining us. I don't know if they're joining us or if they're just over here chilling like everybody else. In the chilluminatti inner sanctum.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Shit has escalated since we last spoke. I'm afraid to go look. I saw shit going on.
Since this afternoon, it's gotten worse.
No, yeah, there's the thing down in LA has since turned from a protest from the No Kings, turned into some sort of a scuffle, some sort of.
Has it turned into a full-fledged riot?
Well, I sent you the video in there, so I'll get the video. I'll dig the video out of our conversation, and I'll bring it up here, and we can see if there's still activity going on. And it's Ground Zero Plus. It's the chilluminatti, the Saturday night chill version of Into the Microcosm. It does look like CAC is going to join us. Epic Journeyman, are you also joining in? This video appears to be dead. Hold on. No, the chat is still moving on this video. So it must still be live. Stand by. We'll get some video. What the hell's going on around here? Looks like the cops are packing up their shit. So it looks like what's going on. There doesn't seem to be any activity.
The cops knowing it's time to bail out, huh?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yeah, they're still there. It's getting dark in Los Angeles. Epic Journeyman is there. He is there. No kings. Hey, man. Well, where's the queens? That's the question. Isn't it Gay Pride Week? Isn't it Gay Pride Week? There's no kings. How come there's no queens out here?
I don't pay attention to rainbow flags.
Where's the queens? That's what I want to know. There's no kings. Roll out the queen. Don't they, you know what I mean?
Off with her head.
There has to be a king, doesn't there?
No, it doesn't. I mean, there hasn't been for a few years. I mean, there's a king now, but there hasn't.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I just closed out this window on the phone call. We were just on with him. Shit. Isn't that the way it always goes? It does. Hold on. I gotta get him back. He's calling me again. Hang on. I was closing that window. The riots. It opened up in the Teams window. I was trying to close it and I couldn't. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can just make it happen without any hassleito. Yeah, man. So here comes Rock and Rio coming back. The queens are chasing waterfalls. I'm wondering why you're not picking it up. I don't know. I really don't want to hear that sound, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it either. So pick up your phone, Rio, before it's too late. Hello?
Whoa, what's going on there?
Are we like playing telephone?
I don't know, but like you hung up on me.
I know, because I closed the window that I had that video in, and it closed all the windows, and there it went. Goodbye. Just like that. Hello.
You gotta love this new technology. It's working great. Cheers, Microsoft, for such a great job on such crap.
I know. All right, don't get started on the Microsoft. All right, listen. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. We got to hook up CAC. Now you're super loud for some reason.
Oh, am I now?
Your volume came up super loud. But anyways, we should hook up CAC and Epic Journeyman, and we can see what's going on around here. I mean, I'm still. Oh yeah, that's much better. Whatever you just did, made all that hissing sound go away in my ears.
I put it back in high fidelity mode.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes.
You want to stay in high fidelity mode as much as you can. I think for the most part, it's a high fidelity situation.
I don't know why like high fidelity and high quality sound is not the default. Like,
yeah, well,
I guess it uses more bandwidth or something. But
who knows?
You would think that
probably costs more.
You would, yeah, it costs more.
You don't get that. You don't get that unless you got the high dollar version.
Don't get me started on the Microsoft thing.
I know.
The high dollar version.
I know.
Them rip-off bastards.
Well, they're putting Rio over in the Ground Zero Plus chat room if you want to join us over there. 17 minutes has already gone by. And that's why it's the chilluminatti.
I swear time is moving faster, dude.
It's moving faster.
Like, you told me, we got 20 minutes to the show. I went upstairs, got a drink of water, and came back down, and it went 20 minutes was gone. Like, where'd it go?
Well, you know what?
Now we're already 20 minutes into the show, and it's like, whew.
Yeah, Polly's over there telling us that Zoom works good. Yeah, we know it works good, dude. There's a whole plethora of different methods that we could connect to this thing.
Well, Zoom is, we've been having music issues with Zoom, so.
Yeah, the very nature of Zoom is its sound quality, yet the music doesn't play through.
Because the AI hacks it out for some reason.
It's a whole thing, man, and who cares, really?
Yeah.
I'll just put on my 50s button-down shirt and go bowling.
Maybe we should all just take up a collection and invest in buying the Skype servers off of Microsoft.
I don't know. Are you going to hook these guys up? Are you going to bring them?
I guess I could.
Are you going to bring them into the inner sanctum? Or are you going to make them wait out on the porch?
Well,
Epic Journeyman is just a porch chilluminati. He's not a. Yeah. He's. You know how they have. You know they call. You know what I mean?
Be careful now.
Well, I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it the way you're thinking. There's. They say that the first 3 degrees, you're just a porch mason. That's what they say. I'm not just busting his balls, man. He's not a porch chilluminati. But he is over there on the porch, man. Are you going to bring him in? Or?
I guess
he's saying yo a bunch, too.
Is he?
Yeah. I wonder why. He must be hanging out with somebody. He's finish every statement with a yo. Hey, man. Where's my Hawaiian shirt, yo? Have you seen my sunglasses, yo? Epic's trying to be, I think he's trying to be relevant over in the chat, using slang.
Maybe.
I don't know. You never know.
Maybe it's a new marketing technique for politicians.
Could be. You got to connect with the younger folk, yo.
You know what I'm saying, yo? Know what I'm saying?
I do know
what
you're
saying.
You hear me? I do.
Hear me? Know what I'm saying?
I do hear you. I do know what you're saying.
Well, CAC has arrived.
CAC. I'm ready for you to blow my ears out. Go ahead. Go ahead, CAC. Are you here? I do not hear CAC.
Here I am.
Oh! There he is.
No.
Yo, man, can you hear me?
You know what, man? Were you waiting for me to put my headphones back on? As soon as I put my headphones back on, you came and blew my eardrums out anyway.
That's what I do.
No, there you go. Now I can hear you good. Did you make that adjustment on the?
No, I haven't made an adjustment. Did you?
Well,
No, I think you're all right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you sound good. Do you still have it set for what is it? High quality audio.
Well, I haven't changed it since last night, but it's Teams, yo.
All right. Now I turned your treble down. You guys might sound a little better. All right. Well, listen, is CAC? I thought you said CAC was here too.
I can see you.
Oh, CAC is there. CAC is here.
I get the visual. Yeah.
All right.
Like outer limits, man. Totally as visual, the longitudinal, and everything.
Well, that's even funny. That's even funnier that you guys are both saying something about the outer limits, because literally, I was going to play the opening from the Outer Limits tonight on the show, and I didn't. That is trippy. That is really trippy. Both of you and CAC just made a reference to it.
Great minds think alike.
There you go. Could be.
Indeed.
Or we've already done it before and just suspected it.
Or a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
But I changed everything. I changed the whole, I disrupted the program. So listen, have you guys heard about this? There's this concept floating around that ever since 2020, we're just living in the residue of what used to be. Like, that's why everything's all weird and fucked up.
Well, it's a Mandela effect thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you heard about this?
So no, it's good. It's time wave zero. Let's go where let's actually break this down.
I know.
So it's time wave zero from Terrence McKenna, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was it was like this Nautilus show where everything ended, because going to reverse Nautilus show, it gets closer and closer together, going to December 21st, 2012, which is my encounter date, which is computer program matched, irrelevant to the Mayan calendar. It just happened to meet that same date.
And that was the whole thing, that this web bot thing based a lot of what they were doing on the same thing.
All these web bots, all these web crawlers and everything are based on this. They all are. Like all these other people who made these things based on what Terrence McKenna did are based on this, right? And it didn't happen. Like, in other words, when 2012 happened, nothing happened, basically, right?
It's 2020.
But what if it did?
Listen,
what if it did, right?
But it's 2025 right now. The Michelle Pfeiffer incident was in 2020. Does this seem like 5 years has gone by? I mean,
seems like only yesterday.
No, you're right about that.
It's actually, almost like
that's exactly right. It is like yesterday.
It's almost like a blur.
It didn't change.
It's almost like
we're still stuck in this pothole, if you will. We're still stuck there.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
I'm
left
stuck
2020
on the
yet.
OJ trial.
We are in
OJ.
We are in the residue of what used to be the timeline that we were on.
Yeah, right. We haven't moved on. And so in a way, like, is time wave zero correct? Like, like Terrence McKenna walked himself away from it when he was dying at the time. So you have to take that in consideration. At the point where he walked away from it, but he said, he just took solace in the beauty of things he saw and left his theories behind. But what if it turns out that whole time wave zero thing is right? That the universe did collapse in 2012, and everything is restarting from that point. And we consolidated everything of all humanity all at that point, and now we're like reconstructing from that point. What if there's this whole thing where now we have sticking points, right? There's sticking points, like this whole lockdown thing is a sticking point. This whole idea of AI taking things over is a sticking point, right? And now we're stuck. We're stuck. We can't. We're in that, talk about that inverse Nautilus show. We're at the bottom of it, and we're just stuck in the gravitational wave pulse of that time wave zero. We're stuck in the infinite spiral of this small thing that we can't escape from, where nobody can escape the small little thing that you just have to try to rationalize your way out of. And because the gravity of it is so big, you can't, right? Like, it may make it sounds like nonsense, but think about it for a second. What if that was true? What if that was true? We're just in this spot now we're like a under the magnifying glass. We're in this little microcosm, for the name of the show, and we cannot get out of it. You know, we don't have a way to break out of it because we're stuck in this.
We're just going around.
Spot where everything is small
and round and round.
Yeah, everything's so close to each other we can't get away from it. Like everything's
it's not
right
out
there.
Of the microcosm. It's into the microcosm.
Into the microcosm. Yeah. And what if we can't get out of it? That's time wave zero. That is right.
We have to get to our bat utility belts.
You know, I mean, I wonder about that. Like, what if we can't get out of it? Like that's you know, we think it may sound preposterous to people who don't know what that is, but what if it is that all the universes possible have collapsed per time wave zero in 2012, and ever since then we're trying to get out of that, but the gravitational pull, it's not gravitational anymore. It's just all the consequences of everything that can possibly happen are all so close to each other in every multiple universe. You cannot get away from this finite point, like a black hole in a way. And now we're just trying to break our way out and try to find a way out, and there's no way out, right?
Listen, man, if I told you,
we have to deal with all the consequences of everything we all experience all at once.
If I told you everything that was going on in 2012 right now, you think I was out of my mind. You think I was crazy.
Yeah, of course.
You think
Everyone
I was
would.
making this shit up. If I came to you and I said, listen, I'm from the future, and you won't believe what's going on, man. Israel just bombed Iran. Trump is president. There's riots. Demonstrations going on across the country.
Nobody believe it. Nobody believe it. Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, man. It's almost unbelievable. It's like it's like a projection of some world that I'm not even a part of. I mean, literally, I'm sitting out here in my back area at my house, and it's quiet as a mouse. I could literally hear the person up the street talking on their cell phone if I wouldn't have my headphones on. It's so quiet. It's not even funny. So it's it's like this projection. I have to go over to this this magic mirror over here and turn on my screen to, intake all what's going on in the world. Like, really, Rock and Rio, is anything going on over there in your backyard? I mean, besides crickets? Do you even have crickets going on yet?
No crickets yet. Maybe a few, few, but not the massive summertime chirp that starts. It's just kind of weird. It's been oddly quiet.
Epic Journeyman, did you get a weird text today? An emergency text? Because I saw...
Yes, I did. Yesterday, actually. I got it yesterday.
Okay, what did it say? Yep. Right, it was right when the Iranian bombing started.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I can read it off, actually.
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, I saw someone posting about people in Hawaii getting a text yesterday, and I didn't ask Epic about it last night. And
report to your commanding officer.
No, it's a big deal. I'm trying to look
now, wait till you hear this. Now, here, I'm going to pull this up. Now, have you guys seen... Hold on a second. Have you guys seen the video of Tulsi Gabbard in the gray communist jumpsuit thing telling you about nuclear holocausts? Have you guys heard her little speech?
No.
Should I dig it up? Now, I'll dig it up, but while I'm digging it up, Rock and Rio, jump in here and tell us.
Okay, wait. Before I lose it, it says test proficiency demo COG testing. COG.
Oh, man.
Continuity of government, right? COG testing. Why emergency management agency? This is only a test. That's yesterday at 11:02 a.m. here in Hawaii. Test proficiency demo COG testing. Why emergency management agency? This is only a test. In all capital letters. That's a real deal, man. Like when I heard it, you know what I immediately thought? Because I was working that Saturday when the missile alert came over. I absolutely thought that's what it was. I absolutely thought exactly that's what it was. It sounded exactly the same. I'll never forget that day, man.
They're saying you got a golden ticket in the chat. Well, I mean, it's just interesting that it's continuity of government. It's an interesting thing to have come across your phone.
Oh, it's on my phone. I should record it, huh? I should record it so nobody can take it away. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you should definitely. You should definitely do that. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get this Tulsi Gabbard thing for you guys to hear. I'm willing to bet most people hadn't heard it. This looks like it's all a bunch of these news places talking about it. Hold on, let me see if I can just get the straight dope.
Okay, screen capped it so it won't go away.
Okay. Like the 6 million subscribers that we have.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen that multiple times too. 5 million, 6 million, whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. It looks like every single one of these is somebody's news take on it without her just saying it. Let me see. This might be it. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can just get to the meat of the situation.
A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes. Just one of these nuclear bombs would vaporize everything at its core. People, buildings, life itself.
That was Director of National...
All right, listen, man. I should give this to you too, Rio, to look at in reverse. Now, I was going to get to that. Give us a hint. Now, did you find anything in this Netanyahu speech of all speeches, this, of all time or whatever?
Not really a whole lot. I didn't actually have too much time to go back and do it again. But it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot in there.
There's like a Ricola.
There's probably some stuff in there, but there's not. Nothing really stood out as obvious.
Okay, here you go. All right, you guys ready? Here comes
Tulsi. On the other hand, she might be a good one if you drop that in here.
Okay, let me get here because here it is, and it's 1 minute and 50 seconds. Here comes Tulsi Gabbard.
Bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of just 15 kilotons of TNT, whereas today's nuclear warheads range in size from 100 kilotons to over 1 megaton. A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes. Just one of these nuclear bombs would vaporize everything at its core. People, buildings, life itself. The shockwave would crush structures miles away, killing and maiming countless people. And then comes the fallout. Radioactive poison spreading through the air, water, and soil, condemning survivors to agonizing deaths or lifelong suffering. A nuclear winter could follow, with smoke and ash completely blocking the sun, plunging the world into darkness and cold, killing crops and starving billions. Acid rain would scar the earth, wiping out entire ecosystems. This isn't some made-up science fiction story. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now. Because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear powers. Perhaps it's because they are confident that they will have access to nuclear shelters for themselves and for their families that regular people won't have access to. So it's up to us, the people, to speak up and demand an end to this madness. We must reject this path to nuclear war and work toward a world where no one has to live in fear of a nuclear holocaust.
It's Ground Zero Plus. Well, there she goes, Tulsi Gabbard. Now, why did she all of a sudden just come out saying all this? She just said, you know what?
She's a Russian agent. I mean, absolutely 100%. I mean, we hate her and why. We hate her here. I mean, I don't think I can emphasize that enough. We hate her guts here. And yeah, she sold out to RT back in the day, like Lionel and all those other people that we used to like, you know. Excuse me. And what happened to them? They bought them out, man. But Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent, man. Absolutely.
She's
100%.
been mind controlled since day one.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt about it, man. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, it's actually scary.
All that stuff.
Well, we're about to find, we're about to FO right now because Rio's got her now on tape. I sent it to him.
Dude, she wants to be a man so bad. So I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You're going to find that out in the backward speech. I guarantee it.
What's wrong?
I guarantee it.
All right, well, so what?
Yeah.
But you're not saying there's anything wrong with that, are you?
I'm just saying she wants to be a man.
Well,
yeah,
but you're not saying there's anything wrong with that, though, right?
No, I want to be a man. I'm a man, luckily.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
You know,
I mean,
for some people, I mean, I guess maybe it's a problem, but it's not a problem for me, or you or other men. But for some people, it's a problem, and for Tulsi Gabbard, it's a problem. I'm telling you right now. And you're going to find that out if you listen to reverse speech. I guarantee it, 100%.
Well, I don't know. She didn't say anything about that the last time, but she did say you were going to get your eyeball scanned in August. So
she did.
It's just a couple months away, so we'll see. Matt, everybody's jumping for her jugular vein.
Oh, we freaking hate her here in Hawaii. I'm just telling you that straight up, man. We hate her guts, man. So yeah.
Epic Journeyman speaking for all Hawaiians.
Well, not all Hawaiians, not the people who like Tulsi Gabbard. Most people here in Hawaii hate her guts, so yeah, we hate her guts.
Well, she sure dressed down Kamala Harris, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the debate from 2016, 2020 debate, right?
You got to give her smack cred.
No, she's an intelligent person. So let me put it this way: she's an intelligent wannabe man who smacked down people during the 2020 debate because she wants to be a man. That's my opinion, but I'm going to stand by it too.
Her heart belongs to Modi.
But yeah, her heart belongs to Putin. Yeah, 100%.
No, Modi.
Oh, Modi. Yeah, from maybe from India. Yeah, I can go with that a little bit. Yeah,
he comes from that. Yeah,
I can go with that a little bit. Yeah, but it's this authoritarian thing ideal. Yeah.
That could be a proxy to Putin.
But she sold herself to RT, like Lionel did. I used to like Lionel, man. Lionel was a good guy, man. I like that guy, and he sold out to RT.
Well, the thing is,
just like a ton of other people.
Well, just let me say about Lionel. He was sucking the Q hose. He was sucking the Q rope, and then all of a sudden, Q, when everybody found out, like 4 years after it was known that it was a fucking LARP psyop thing. He never why is he still here? Why is anybody that went down that whole Q road even still around? Because
dude, exactly. For the
most part, what happened was all these broadcasters jumped on the Q rope, started smoking that rope. And because people wanted to believe in the fantasy of somebody out there taking care of everything and something's going to happen. So all these dudes made a shitload of money playing up that whole angle with people, getting donations and all this shit, man. I watched it happen. I saw people come out of nowhere, man, just start talking that Q shit, and all of a sudden they're making all this money, running around.
It's a cottage industry. Absolutely right.
Yeah, but the thing is, man, is when it was proved to be bullshit, where are all those people? Why are they even still here? I mean,
we had those people on the show, Jimmy. That's what I'm saying. Like the people who actually started it, right? Like we haven't had Thomas Schoenberg on the show, but I've dealt with him. We had Manny, Manuel Chavez III, DeFango on the show, telling you what he knew about it. We had Arturo Tafoya on the show. Right? We had these people. I mean, come on, man. These people are telling you what they know. you know, and you know, I mean, if not for, Thomas Schoenberg, who's behind Cicada 3301, and recruiting those people in the first place, and the whole Shadowbox thing.
But the thing
we have the whole thing that has been on the show, and we have all the people on it, and those people come forward and told you it's bullshit.
I know, but even that is irrelevant, dude. I mean, the point is that there was a bunch of people out there that knew damn well that shit was a fantasy and it was bullshit. But they were out there milking all the hopeful people that there was somebody in the tunnels bringing home the orphans or whatever, and you know, and all this, and there's, you know, in 2 weeks or whatever. And
there was a lot of true believers there too. I lost a lot of friends there. It's like they're gone.
The thing is, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Kev Baker.
Those people aren't coming back, man. It's Bird Box.
Kev Baker had met somebody who did a whole bunch. This is way long before we did anything on this show, and I forget the dude's name now, but he was. There were a bunch of people that found a bunch of shit. So we were out in front saying Q was bullshit, fucking for a year before anybody even. Yeah. And the thing is, we took so much heat. Do you know how much heat we took for saying it?
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted to believe what was going on. And if you said anything against it, if you were anybody like making waves on the little fantasy story that was going on, you were a bad person. You know, we took a lot of heat for that. You know? And then there's now people marching around going, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We never believed in it. And those cute people, they're crazy. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy, man. The hypocrisy, man. The hypocrisy. Now, Rock and Rio, you have Tulsi Gabbard over there, right?
Yes, I am digging some stuff up.
Now, have you put your rubber gloves on, your white coat, and you got your stethoscope?
I am working in the lab.
All right. Well, listen.
Digging it up.
Listen.
And there is stuff in here. This one's good.
The grifts never end. You know what I'm saying? Every single moment is. Look, if I was a sales motivator, I'm going to be saying this to you right now. Every single moment is an opportunity. You know, your customer is constantly telling you what he wants. You know, he's constantly sending you signals. You know. You just got to understand your customer. You give your customer what the customer wants. You know, what's the customer need right now? It's fucking Armageddon, man. What's that customer need? He needs something. What's he need? You got to put something in his hand. Don't let him leave the store without something in his hand. Listen, I don't care what you're doing. If you got a customer standing there with the money in his hand, I want you to drop the broom, Epic Journeyman, quit sweeping the floor, and take the customer's money. You know, take the customer's money before the customer leaves. Don't let the customer leave without spending some money. That's the name of the game, son. That's how it works, man. Money makes the world go round. You know what I'm saying? It's a never. I guess, you know, why not? I guess people probably at on some level. When you have some level of success, you look around yourself, you say, you know what, man? Why not? Why not make a little bit of money? Rock and Rio, you know? I don't know.
Free enterprise, man. It's the American way. Let's go.
I don't know. I'm looking back at the long road that we've all traveled to get here. And I was thinking about this earlier. I was laying in a hot bath, just sitting there laying there, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, man? When any person arrives somewhere for some reason, you know what I mean? When you show up somewhere, you're fucking showing up after everything that fucking happened to you in your life, from the time you were born all the way up to that moment. That's who you are when you're showing up. When you show up to do whatever you're going to do. You're standing there with all that behind you. You made it here.
Yeah.
In spite of all that. In spite of every single time it could have been the end, and it wasn't. And now you're fucking here, and you showed up here today at a certain time to do something, Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Each and every one of us has a whole fucking huge amount of shit behind us to have made it to this point right now. Here. This moment.
Your biography is your biology. For better, for worse. Here you are.
Well, the thing is, if you show up and you're still here, then you fucking made it. At least till here. And that's all you got. So all that shit behind you, it don't mean jack shit right now. And you don't know what's in front of you. All you have is today. That's it. But you made it, at least. You know? When you wake up, you go, fuck it, I made it again. Boom! Get your ass out of bed, you know? Even if you don't do anything, go sit in the sun. Go drink some juice, or whatever. You know what I mean? Congratulate yourself on all the hard work that you put in to make it to this moment in time. Here, now, right now, in this moment, 2025. All right.
100%.
I said my piece, or whatever. All right. Hey, you know what? Seriously. I'm feeling like I want to hear some Jose Feliciano. In this moment, just because I made it this far. This is like a congratulatory song, because we all made it. Ground Zero Plus.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. Oh, California dreaming on such a winter's day. I went into a church. I stopped along the way. Well, I got down on my bended knees and I began to pray. You know the preacher digs a call. He knows I'm gonna stay. Yes, he knows, 'cause I told him so. Oh, California dreaming on such a winter's day.
Jose Feliciano.
The leaves are brown.
Man, that raised my vibration. I don't know about you guys. My headphones are cranked up. Are you guys still there?
Yeah,
I'm just-
100%.
I'm just wondering because the call may end and I won't know it because it's coming to be the top
Oh
of the hour.
man, yeah, it's coming up any minute.
All right.
Yep.
Well, we should just reset at the top of the hour. We're at 40 minutes on the call right now.
Oh, we are? All right. Well,
Yeah.
we got 6 minutes till the top of the hour. I don't know what possessed me to play that Jose Feliciano. I mean, just all of a sudden.
Good stuff.
It just, you know, I mean, I love Jose Feliciano. Seriously.
Yeah.
California dreaming.
I don't know.
Oye, mira, yo quiero gozar en California porque yo me siento tan bien y por eso yo te quiero porque tú me tratas bien en California. Mira, no seas tan mala nena, no me trates así, que yo me quiero morir, muchachita, por tu amor nada más. Oye, no me digas que no, porque yo. Oye, mulata, mira, baby, California dreaming. It doesn't matter how you say it. All I wanna say is I love you.
Doesn't matter how you say it. So you were saying you met Buddy Miles Cock?
I did. I was like a little kid, and my godmother was friends with him and some other folks. He was a big man.
He was.
And super nice, gentle giant type of guy. I had no idea he was like an amazing, band leader and drummer and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, wild. And then you said,
And then Les Dudek lived next door.
get out of here, man.
Not to me, but to my godmothers. He lived in Studio City, and he had like a little brief fling with Cher. And
I know.
oh, hey Les, how's it going, man?
Did he? Now let me ask you this: was he riding a Harley over there?
Yeah.
I thought he was, because he is one.
Absolutely.
Now he showed up one time at the Keystone, and we didn't know who he even was. We never heard of him before. There was
He rocks, man.
There was nobody at the show.
U.S. President.
It was me and Brian Ray standing there, and there was nobody in the joint. Nobody there. We were standing there just going, fuck. Because we didn't know who Les Dudek was.
Right.
I don't know. Here, I'll dig up some Les Dudek.
He rocks.
Rockin' Rio, what are you up to now? Are you still knee deep? guess he's knee deep. I guess he's knee deep. Sometimes I just wonder how I keep from going under.
Did I don't know if you guys hear me. I'm wondering.
Now I can
I'm
hear
wondering,
you.
like, did we pass over something here? Because something happened on the show that I thought was pretty significant. We were talking about QAnon earlier, and maybe we just we kind of recognized it in time, but maybe we're not giving it the recognition it really deserves now. Manny Chavez III, DeFango, was on the show and told us that the spirit destiny from his DeFango show was passed over to him after he missed finding it directly by Thomas Schoenberger, and that is how he was recruited into Shadow Box, which created QAnon on this show. You remember that? I mean, it's amazing. That was on this show.
I know.
It was admitted on this show. Like, that's never been anywhere else, and it's on this show. Are we missing the significance of that? Because I think we are, right? Like, that has never been anywhere else ever on the internet but here.
I know.
So I think maybe we should reflect on that a little bit. Like it's not just like we have contacts that have gone over the thing with our friend Kev Baker and
Right.
how they exposed the things early on, but that was right here. That happened on the show. And we had Arturo on here, who was a later add-on to the whole QAnon thing, and has developed a lot of things later.
Well, you should figure out. We should figure out what date it was, and I can go back and on YouTube, take it and find it and bring it out. I mean, I can't do it today, but I mean, we can do it. Listen, we're coming up at the top of the hour, so hold that thought, Epic Journeyman.
All right, I will,
and then we'll come back on that note, and then Rock and Rio. So you're gonna reconnect everybody.
Yeah, I'll reconnect.
All right. I say so. Here's some. This is the song and the record that was out when Les Dudek came through the Keystone. Mom's Jimmy. Here's Les Dudek. City Magic. Ground Zero Plus.
I took my few belongings, we headed out to Pirates Cove. In my buddy's old
Rock and Rio. Are you there?
But boy, you got to stay in the game. Yeah, you got to let it ride, or you only got yourself to blame. lost a wheel in Santa Cruz, so we partied with some motel mates.
Rock and Rio. Are you there? It appears that I'm on the call with Rock and Rio, but...
Yes, you are.
Okay, I just can't tell. Tom Petty lost a wheel in Santa Cruz. There goes Tom Petty. Oh, wait a minute. He's dead, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to play the game He's Dead, Jim, where you describe someone and people have to guess who the dead guy is. What happened to that? We were going to do it last week, and then we talked about it, and then I guess we moved on or something. Yeah. All right, well, next week, maybe next Friday night, we'll roll out He's Dead, Jim. The new hot game show on Ground Zero Plus. You can win prizes. We'll figure something out. Here, I got a black wooden toad over here. I'll spray paint it gold. And if you win He's Dead, Jim, we'll send you the golden toad.
There you go. Do you hear that?
No.
No?
No.
You don't hear the sound effects?
No.
No.
It's too bad. But I don't see anybody else on this call.
I don't know why they're not picking up.
Oh, they're not picking up?
Yep.
Well, I guess that's their prerogative. Usually when, you expect a call, you dial somebody up, you expect them to pick up the phone, but they don't. What can you do?
I don't know.
You can just only move on. Now, you've gotten, it's only a minute and something long. I don't know how much there can be in there, but did you find anything?
I did.
Did you now?
Some interesting stuff in here.
All right, you want to try here? I'll throw one more real quick song here, real quick. If you want to try to connect those guys before we hear what Tulsi Gabbard has to say.
Well, it is ringing for them, unless I don't know why they're not picking up.
I'm not seeing it ringing over here though. Like I don't see them in this call with boxes that are flexing every time it rings. So
well, you won't see them because I'm calling them.
Well, hang up on them and try them back again. See, I'm a project manager. I get shit done. Rock and Rio, just hang up on him. Call back. They say it ain't ringing.
Well, let me try the call again.
All right.
Shadow people, what's in their head? In the car next to you, when the light turns red, could be thinking of love, might be thinking of hate. I guess that pretty much could go either way. Shadow people and shadow.
All right, shadow people. I'm seeing shadow people now. CAC and Epic Journeyman have become shadow people. All right.
CAC, it's ringing.
I know Epic Journeyman's over here in the chat. And there, now I see CAC. All right, looks like we're moving forward. We've moved on now to the part where CAC has joined us. We've bounced into the timeline where CAC has now appeared. And everything he's ever been through in his entire life up until this moment has led to
I'm living it. Yeah.
This has led to this moment right now. Everything, all your experience and wealth of knowledge, everything you've had, everything you've lost, everything you've gained, it's all with you right now. You're bringing it to the table. All right.
Well, that's kind of heavy, man.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't think people realize how much it means when two people meet in the same place at the same time for a reason.
No, it's intense, and that's why. Like, I think this. I don't think we should wash over the fact that the people behind QAnon have been on this show. They've been on this show, man. They've been here. Like the main people behind it. The only person who hasn't talked up about it is Schoenberger, and I've talked to Schoenberger, but not, vocally, just through text, right?
Right.
Everybody else I've talked to, and we've had them all on the show. And we know where it came from. And I guarantee you, if we called DeFango right now, he'll pick up the phone. He absolutely will. Right? So, what, this is an explainable thing, man. It's an explainable thing.
That's why we we got 6 million subscribers that we can't see.
Yes, you're right. That's right. I think that's right. Maybe we don't have 6 million, but we have 1 million. I guarantee we do.
There's a big vault of money somewhere with all those subscribers and all that ad time, just waiting for you to break on through.
It's like the bond and the insurance that was taken out on me when I was born by the Federal Reserve. That $650,000 policy that they took out on me, that's now been derivative based for many years, and now it's turned into so much and so forth. And then you can go collect it. You can just sign. If someone sends you a bill, if you just sign it and send it back to them, that's paid.
Yep.
That's what people say anyway.
Yeah.
If I were you,
copyright. Well, I just show them the back of your card. Yeah.
I think you should just pay good and pay your bill and forget about that money. That's the red number on the back of your Social Security card is not your bond number or whatever. Is that your stock number? It's like you can be searched.
That's your slave number.
Well, seriously, pull out your Social Security card. Look on the back of it. There's a red number on there. So put that red number in somewhere where, I don't know, is the thing like you're supposed to type it in somewhere, and it's your stock. It's your traded stock on the stock market. Is that true? CAC, you're shaking your head, man. Do you know about this shit?
Yeah. It's your chattel slave number. And, but yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of index on there, where they trade you up, trade you down, trade you in, trade you out.
There's videos of people going through this whole situation, calling people up, saying all this shit to them about it, and like making them do what they say. And I'm not saying it's valid or you should stop.
It's like Publishers Clearinghouse. It's a sweepstakes. You just trust the plan. Trust the plan.
It's just unbelievable. Just the shit that's gone on in this alternative universe. This media, the stuff that's been put forward over the years now is turned into these 3-minute videos on TikTok, where it's like somebody's whole research they spent their whole life doing, they just condense it down to like 3 minutes on TikTok, and all the videos are like, you don't even have to have a personality anymore or say anything. All you got to do is point at shit that's on your screen. Like you play some shit, you play somebody else's shit, and then you point at it, like you're emphasizing it. It's like you're, remember those, in the game shows, they fucking have the product models. They go, look at Susie's got our new vacuum cleaner.
Carol Merrill. Yeah.
Is that what an influencer is? It's like, hey man, what do you do for a living? I'm an influencer. Really? What do you do? Well, I sit there and point at shit. I pointed shit that other people did. I pointed shit that other people did in emphasis. Really? Well, how much do you get paid for that? Well, I get paid millions of dollars for it, man. Believe it or not, people. You see people going. There's classes teaching people how to do it. It's like, I don't even do anything. He's like, hey, Bob, what do you do? Well, shit, man. I don't do shit. I just lay around here and fucking whip out my phone. And then I just go around to other people's videos and I snap pieces out of their videos. And then I make other videos out of it. And then, but I don't even make video. You got to make videos? No. I don't make videos. I snatch other people's videos that they made, and then I make a video out of it. What the fuck? So
it's like Andy Warhol, you know, he's got his factory and he's got his artists working for him, and he comes up with an idea, shits out an idea, and why don't you go do this and make this happen, and then like mix this with that, and then zap.
Seriously, did you ever think you'd be in a world where people are going like this at shit on a video? Pointing up in the air at some of their people's shit? And that is entertainment? What is that? I honestly, I mean, hey man, if that's your thing, I'm not, hey, more power to you. Look at, if you're making money going like this, I guarantee nobody's using our videos. Epic, no one's taken our video of,
well, except them Russian guys.
No, I'm saying, yeah, the Russians, but no one's taken our videos of Defango and making other videos of it.
No, they're not. It's ironic too, because like the thing with Defango is he's confessing the whole thing. Like this is what happened. Like how Thomas Schoenberger recruited him. That's nobody's ever had that on a video ever, right? Including him, right? About how that happened. Like he went on the trek and the journey to get the Spirit Destiny, and they had episodes about the Spirit Destiny and how he didn't find it, and he went down into caverns, these caves, and he only told us on this program how he came out, and it was Thomas Schoenberger that gave him the Spirit Destiny when it came out, and that's how he was recruited, you know, after the Cicada 3301 thing to be into QAnon, basically. That's profound, and it's never been anywhere else on the internet, and it was explained here, and it just somehow got passed over by everybody, right? Like, come on, man, dude, that they're telling you what happened. I mean, by they, I mean this is Thomas Schoenberger, and he didn't say it, obviously, but Defango did, right? Who had the intimate relationship with him in that case, right? Why are we passing over this like it's no big deal? It's a big deal. It is a big deal.
I know.
Because Flynn and Thomas and Steve Bannon took that over later and made it this profound thing about this political movement, right? It became, you know, this whole Q-centric, thing, you know.
Well,
it's crazy.
They got the mailing list, you know.
Well, maybe you should cut that. Maybe you should go back and get a piece of that show and cut it out and then point at it, dude. Put it on X and go like this, you know. Maybe then it'll get some views, you know.
Well, I don't think that he would disagree with that. That's the whole point. Like that was his whole point about being here. He you know, if we call him up right now, I have no doubt that he has no, reserve about letting the truth be known.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, the thing that, like, if you watch like the whole Q into the Storm HBO special that was done, right? It's a couple part series, and it's a great show actually.
Amber says,
Amber said Frederick Brennan's aspect in this has never been really brought loose. And I've tried to talk to that guy multiple times, and I've had some interaction with him on X back in the day, or Twitter back in the day. But you know, like he always taunts you with Q in the background and 17 in the background of everything it does. Obviously, he's involved too.
That dude is still making videos. That Juan 07 dude.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm Juan 07. I'm one of the dudes or whatever. He's sitting there with these plastic python cowboy boots and a fucking $100 watch. I mean, if he was who he says he was, he would have been out of a Rolex with some python. You know what I mean? Instead, you guys looking like you went to
the
Ross.
difference is Frederick Brennan's a good guy. I don't know about this 107 guy.
You don't know about 107? Well, think about it.
No, I know about him, but I'm just saying, like, Frederick's not a bad person as far as I can tell.
He wrote a book called Little Boy on the Side of the Road, and then Rock and Rio did some reverse speech on him. And let me just say, he put the title of his book, brought on a whole different light, didn't it, Rock and Rio? All of a sudden, his title of his book was a little bit unnerving after what he said in reverse. And we never publicized it. Remember that, Rio? You didn't publicize it. You remember 107, Little Boy on the Side of the Road?
Oh yeah, the whole little boy thing.
Yeah, when you remember, well, you didn't publicize it because it was
about little boys.
When you didn't publicize
being on his knees in the bathroom of the bar and a few other things.
Yeah. Let me just say, that's the thing about that's the thing about Into the Microcosm. It's like a box of chocolates, man. You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you get.
Rock and Rio
I think it's cool.
He goes reverse speech, and then you don't know what you got to be ready. You might hear something. You might hear some shit you don't want to hear. Hang on, Epic German. Hang on a second, because Rock and Rio's over there with Tulsi Gabbard. He's knee deep, and he's got his dishwashing.
We hate her in Hawaii. Just let you know that.
This will give you some little bit more to chew on.
All right. Are you ready to go full Rock and Rio?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with what I've got. So.
All right. Well, how far along are you in the minute and 27 seconds?
Well, I got I don't know. I got a good chunk of it.
No, I was gonna say, Epic Journeyman. Amber said for 1995 she speaks Gen Z, and she's got a course for 1995.
It's like airplane, right? To speak jive.
Yeah, exactly. You
gotta speak jive.
You got to speak Gen Z. All right, Rock and Rio. Let us have it.
Speak Gen Z.
Okay,
so this is I'll play this little section forward. This is all where I've got most of it.
All right, let's verify that we can hear it.
Okay.
Hey, Mike Davis is here. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man.
This isn't some made-up science fiction story. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now. Because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation.
Okay, you all got that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is it good volume?
It is. It's perfect. Perfecto.
All right. So it says, and I shall on earth here invoke, give us your soul. This gray knight now sings as if he won.
She's wearing...
And yes, he'll throw you out. It's over.
What?
Yeah.
Damn. See? It's
I'll
like
slow her down so she sounds manly.
It's like a box of chocolates, man. You never know what you're going to get. You better watch out.
She sounds manly already because that's what she wants.
Epic Journeyman, you're obsessed with her being a man. I think you better start.
I don't know. I think
down.
Epic's got some gay love for Tulsi Gabbard.
Me too. I think something's going on there. That's what I'm saying. He keeps saying, dude, man, you got to let it lay, so to speak.
All right, here we go. And I shall here on earth invoke, give us your soul.
Oh, Jesus.
I shall on earth invoke here, give us your soul. Shall on earth invoke here, give us your soul. I'm sorry, I had that backwards. It says, this gray knight now sings as if he won.
Yeah, this gray knight seems as if he won.
And yes, he'll throw you out. It's over.
Yes, he'll throw you out. It's over.
Yes, it's over. And then she says, evil eye, was it sin?
Evil eye, was it sin?
It says, heroes in the ships, they ask why. They must just listen.
Heroes in the ships, they ask why. They must listen.
Okay. And then it says, this is where it gets good now, right? Because now it says, an alien warship gave us the power. It will not miss. It says it's a nasty game, and now we're forced. So here's the alien warship. Nasty game. Now we're forced.
Jesus, this is like 1 minute and 27 seconds.
Yeah.
This is all packed.
And this is probably not about 25 or 30% of that.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Rio.
You gotta keep going on that, man. We need to hear everything, every bit of it. You need to squeeze out every bit of life out of it before you stomp it into the dust, man. Before you stomp it a mud hole in its chest, Rio.
Well, the two parts that I find, the two lines I find most interesting is the Grey Knight now sings as if he won.
I know.
Right?
Especially
and he'll throw you out because it's over, or yes, it's over.
And she's wearing that gray, sort of grayish jumpsuit.
Right. And then, of course...
But she's not trying to be a man, mind you.
An alien warship gave us the power. That's the killer. Right? It will not miss. You know, and you got to remember she's talking about nuclear annihilation going forward, right? And there was always been this speculation that nuclear science is some alien technology that, you know, they gathered. It's just, you know...
All right. You need some more time to get to the rest of this.
I could see if there's a little more in here, yeah.
There's definitely more in there. You said
there's a thing of something about something being a toxic relationship or something. I haven't been able to quite figure it out yet, but
this is her version of the Condoleezza Rice mushroom cloud speech. I mean,
that's the other thing.
It's just spot on.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, here's a logical question to ask. If you're a Republican president, why wouldn't you hire Condoleezza Rice, whose specialty was Soviet relations, to go over there and deal with some of these issues? Why wouldn't you? She's a black woman. Why wouldn't you hire her? She's capable. She's fucking conservative. She was in the Bush administration.
And she knows Putin too, right?
That's right. Why wouldn't you, man?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? No, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just bringing it up.
I think she owns like a sports franchise or something. She's like general manager, so, you know.
I don't know. Who knows why?
She plays the mean piano, too.
Who knows why they make the decisions they make? Probably don't want her because she probably could solve the problem. That's probably what the problem is. You can't get problem solvers in there. You got to act dumbfounded, like you don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know. I think she's like Lionel, right? I mean, that's what happened. Tulsi Gabbard. I mean,
no, I ain't talking about Tulsi. I'm talking about Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, Condoleezza Rice. I heard you talk about her, but no, we were talking about Tulsi Gabbard before with the backward speech. So, I mean, I just think that's what happened, right? Like those people got indoctrinated. They got recruited. In the case of Condoleezza Rice, you know, I have watched a lot of these reptilian eyes videos, and the only one that ever actually made me think there's something to it was Condoleezza Rice.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe
she had the freaking yellow eyes with the cat's eyes.
Maybe that's why people in the know, they go, no. Maybe Trump said, you know what? Get me Condoleezza Rice. Get her in here right now. And they went, no. No. She's
the only one. I mean, look, dude, I've watched all those videos.
You don't want her.
I think they're all fake. I think they're all bullshit. That's the only one. The only one that ever freaked me out was the Condoleezza Rice one, because I was looking at that and like, dude, that looks real. Like, that looked real.
Man.
Like, all the other ones, you're just thinking like, you know, tweaking the camera and doing all this shit. No, that's the only one I ever saw where I thought, man, there might be something to this. It was Condoleezza Rice, because that looked legit. Like, that looked legit because it was Lifetime, right? It was a video. You can actually watch the whole thing when it transformed and made the yellow eyes over, and they posted it in a Newsweek article, right? Now you can say Newsweek. You can say Newsweek enhanced it. Sure. Okay. I'll go by that. Right. But so I won't accept that as being fact. But when it happened, and you can see it like in live time, dude, that is only one of those stupid David Icke things, and demeaning David Icke, but that I thought was like, yeah, you know what? That looks legit.
Man, I saw this David Icke video the other day, and he's going, if McDonald's sells 6 billion hamburgers a day, where's all the meat coming from? Where's all the cows?
When our neighbors need...
Where's all the cows for all those burgers? So, of course, I went to ChatGPT, and I started calculating how much meat it'd take to make so many burgers and how many cows it would take and so on and so forth and yada, yada, yada. And eventually I went down far enough where I included all fast food restaurants and all burgers on a daily basis and how many cows it takes.
We're dealing with...
You don't want to know, man. You don't want to know. Just be glad you're not a cow. That's all I got to say.
Well, what's word from the street, man? I hear the streets coming in the background, man.
Times that I've ever witnessed.
Word.
Being as young as I am, you know, we all don't want to say nothing else, so we say as young as we are. Now I want to talk about the pronunciation and the realization. Now the educators, they call it ESP, positive thinking, right? Some of the people on the cross other side of the pond call it vibrations, astrology, and all those different things, you understand? But I call what it is what it is. What it is what it is. Look at him. Now you see, brother, you take in the ghetto, you find a whole lot of crime. I can understand, hey, I know what it means. Being 9 years old before I got my first pair of underwear out of a store. You know, putting on a half press suit from the pawn shop with tennis shoes. Trying to be hip, so I know where it's coming from. Like the fella say, having catfish head stew. And look like the catfish went in there with his head and come out very quick and didn't leave nothing else. Now it's one thing to educate.
Rockaria. How you looking?
Now brothers need jobs. If you don't work, you can't eat. If you don't work, you can't eat. Get hip to yourself, good God, my brother, and get it from the street. If you don't work, you can't eat. Sis, you don't work, Lord, you can't eat. So you got to have mind power.
I'm grooving now.
I wonder if there's just this, you know how when you're making desserts and you get your whipped cream and you put it in that sack, big sack, and you squeeze it out on the end, it comes popping out. I wonder if they have those bags just hanging somewhere, and there's just this shit that just comes out and plops down, and it's liquid enough to make itself the same size as a burger. You know what I mean? Just goes on the conveyor belt, you know? Because I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe there's meat in it of some kind. I mean, I think it was 15. I want to say billion cows, but I mean, I think it's like 15 million cows or something.
And for every burger, there's supposed to be like 3 gallons of water.
I mean, I can go. Let me go see.
That's gone into it.
I'm 100% sure that conversation is still in ChatGPT. Let me see if I can figure out what it's.
Why look? I have this
and
money
all the
tree.
methane. Don't forget the methane that came out to make that burger.
Here it is.
I have this money tree, dude. Let's check this out. So there's this thing called jackfruit that grows in the tropics. It grows in my yard.
Jackfruit, love it.
Yeah, in my yard.
It's
Hawaii,
a meat substitute.
And it's been pounding down and breaking my solar panels. And it turns out these jackfruits sell for like $110 a piece. These big jackfruits, right? And so I have this money tree growing in my yard. I have like thousands of dollars growing in my yard. This money tree this entire time.
Did you chop it down?
No, I didn't. I was about to, because it was breaking my solar panels. Then I realized, well, wait a minute. This is like every one of these jackfruit I can sell for a minimum of like $50.
Yeah.
Listen to
this. You can go on the side of the road and sell that stuff, man.
Hey, listen to this. Here's the estimates.
Right there by Zika Plaza.
Here's the estimates. All the chains combined, they need, hang on a second. McDonald's, it uses 1.0 billion pounds of beef, and it needs 2.33 million cattle a year. Wendy's, 228.125 million pounds. They need 530,000 cattle. Burger King, they got 525 million pounds of beef. They need 1.2 million cattle. In-N-Out Burger, 29 million pounds. They need 69,000 cattle. Other major chains, 500 million pounds, 1.6 million cattle. Total, 2.283 billion pounds of beef, and 5.31 million cattle is what it takes. This figure underscores the significant scale of beef consumption in the fast food industry. No, man, that isn't lifetime or whatever. That's in 1 year. So just think about it. Think in your mind, think of like 5.3 million cattle just out on the land out there. And you'd have to have another 5.3 million cattle that are going to be ready next year when these cattle are gone. These cattle are going to be burgers later. You know? So that's a lot of fucking cattle. You think about it. But then so David Icke put out that video of how it was possible for those burgers to be made or whatever, when all you had to do is go check with ChatGPT instead of causing a whole situation, a conspiracy about how it's not meat. But I don't know. Maybe that's me.
By the time it gets to that bun, man, it ain't meat no more. It's been touched and mulched and
disgusting,
injected and infected.
Just think about that.
Nasty.
Think about the stink of that beef when you go to the store and you pull up that you got that hamburger, ground beef.
Oh, that pink slime. They got the pink slime there, and they got to paint it before they wrap it up and put it on the shelf. You got to paint it.
You open the plastic and the stench of the rotten blood just comes up out of the package. It's disgusting, man. Don't let that shit get room temperature, boy. That shit'll turn brown. I mean, the quickness with which shit turns brown in your refrigerator. Forget about your fruits and vegetables. That shit'll stay green forever because it's radiated.
Mm-hmm.
They just radiate that shit and now it stays perfect. The apples will stay in there for like 9 months. It looks
tomatoes,
perfect. Yeah. It's all too much, man. It's all too much. I didn't even know they radiated food until I forget the movie. I think it might have been The Gods of Men. It might have been the movie. It was a movie like that. It was some end of the world dystopian movie where these people break into this grocery store to find some grub, and they go in there and there's a stack of oranges and they're all sitting. The whole grocery store is destroyed. There's nothing left. There's like one can of tuna, bent can of tuna on the floor. but the orange display is still there, all whole, and the oranges are all stacked in a pyramid. And this guy goes over there to grab one of the oranges, and the guy goes, "No, don't touch that. Those are radiated." And I was like, wait a minute, that makes sense. They can't inspect shit. They just radiate it just to make sure there's nothing on it. When it's coming from other places, just... That's how you kill everything, right? Radiate it.
Mm-hmm. Pasteurize it. Pasteurized all that dairy crap, you know. Louis Pasteur. Must be good.
S90 saying it was Zombieland. I don't know. I don't remember watching Zombieland, but you know, you could be right. It was some movie. I forget what it was, though. I think some dude woke up in the hospital. I think was the premise of it. He was in the hospital. He wakes up in the hospital, but there's nobody in the hospital. You know, and he finds his way out, and he somehow meets up with some people, and they become a group or whatever, and start ravaging around, trying to get someone. 38 days later. Yeah, that's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah, the dude wakes up in the hospital, and everybody's gone. It was some sort of a Michelle Pfeiffer incident, unbeknownst to anyone. What time is it? Rockeria, are you there?
4:20.
It's always, I know, my clock's always at 4:20. Rockeria, are you there? Speaking of 4:20, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Pacific, right here at Ground Zero Plus. Don't forget, it's Sunday morning, Wake and Bake. And I'll be back for that in just a few hours. Hardly any time will go by. It'll seem like I was saying earlier, it seems like everything is just between here and 2020. It just seems like a blur. I don't know about you guys. I'm just saying, I started thinking about it today. I was like, damn. It seems more like it's only like a couple of years past that since that happened, but it's been a really long time since that happened, since the Michelle Pfeiffer incident. I mean, it's been a long time since that's been over. You know?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, I keep waiting for the next one. You know, what's the next one going to be? I mean, maybe Tulsi's got the answer to that one. Maybe that's the, you know, the point of her speech, you know, about the radiation and all that, the fallout. Maybe that's it. Don't go anywhere. Stay in.
Well,
Don't travel.
I want to hear the whole thing all at once at the end, because I hope he does it, because I keep telling Rio he should just write these whole sentences down and be compiling this whole thing over time to read it, you know, because a lot of this shit, and especially some of those early political speeches where they were just going on and on and on, and there was literally paragraph after paragraph of reverse speech that had nothing, you know, it wasn't about a continuity issue, whether you were saying the same thing forward or backward. It was that there was a whole thing going on in reverse. Didn't even matter what you were saying forward.
Biden's inaugural speech, I believe, when he accepted the nomination, that one with that we did with Biden and Harris way back then.
Mm-hmm.
That one was phenomenal as far as paragraphs of, you know, he was talking about his grandmother and all sorts of stuff going on in that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Trump used to do it too.
Yeah. So we got about 20 minutes left, man. Are you ready to jump in here?
Yeah, I guess I did find the line that I had referred to earlier about it says we're all reaping this toxic passion of Samael. Then it says send bombs. And there's something in between I haven't figured out, and then it says God keeps it. So let's see where.
So before we start, Samuel and Azazel. I mean, I'm really curious how many times that shows up, right? Because this is a thing, you know, from.
And those are two of the names that do come up a lot in reverse, you know, other than, you know, Lucifer, but Samael and Azazel are two names that are constantly mentioned in a lot of these reverses.
Because it's B'nai Elohim, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. All right, here we go. So it says, we're all reaping this toxic passion of Samael. Let me slow her down.
I wonder, Lord, what else growing it?
Oh, I'm sorry. That one was, and I wonder, Lord, would us grow in it? It says now it says we're all reaping the toxic passion of Samael.
We're all reaping this toxic passion of Samael.
And then the next part here says, send bombs.
Send bombs. Madness. Send bombs.
Send bombs. So I wonder, Lord, would us grow in it? We're all reaping this toxic passion of Samuel. Send bombs. And then there's this little bit in here I'm not sure. And then it says God keeps it at the end.
Isn't that God keeps it? Just speak up. God keeps it.
Right, there's the God keeps it. So I'm sure that there's something, of prophetic nature in that little middle section there. I can't make it out for whatever reason. But, yeah.
Do you still have the Tulsi getting your eyeball scanned in August laying around? Is that gone?
Yeah, I'm sure I do. Take me a minute to dig it up, but I'm sure it's here.
Yeah, someone's asking.
It totally sounds like it could be a song.
Somebody's asking.
Eyeball scanned in August.
Somebody's asking in the chat, does it work in other languages? And yes, it does. So wait a minute. It does. So wait a minute. Now, whatever happened with Netanyahu? You never came back and let us know what was happening with that. Was there anything on it?
I didn't really dig too much out of that. The one actually is whoever's asking about the other languages. There was one that I did of Netanyahu where he's speaking Hebrew, and this was, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever, or a year ago, whenever they launched that first attack, and he actually called them he called them dogs. He called them Muslim dogs or something when that happened, and that was in English.
You want to see if you can find Tulsi telling us to get our eyeballs scanned in August?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
All right.
Rio, if you could come up with the earbuds that do reverse speech, you can retire.
I know, right?
Here's a stupid human with Swamp Funk on Ground Zero Plus.
The Talking Deads.
Ground Zero Plus. My name's Jimmy. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do. Now, if my help's not appreciated, lots of luck, gentlemen. What I want to do right now is, I don't want to talk about the coffee in my kitchen, Rio. I want to find out about scanning my eyeball in August.
I got it.
You got it? There he goes, rockin' Rio.
The eyeball scan in August. It's a Gordon Lightfoot song, you know.
I know. Why don't you?
The eyeball scan in August.
I thought you were coming back. I thought you were coming back with an original piece of music. Maybe you should come back with "Scan Your Eyeball" in August next week.
Well, I could write
That's a hot
beautiful
August
song.
night right there. That's Neil Diamond.
All right, rockin' Rio. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. It says, "We shall scan that eye, Cam, in August." Here we go.
We shall scan that eye, Cam, in August.
All right,
we shall scan that eye.
We shall scan the eye in August.
Yep.
The question is, which eye are they going to scan?
Well, this was the one where it's it says they'll choose the mark and let's get Zucker on it, and and the master in the know looks to serve them that sacrament.
Yeah, and she's saying some cryptic occultic shit in that other one we just did.
Yeah.
Read the one you just did.
The one I just did?
Yeah, the one you just did. Like, read it all in one chunk.
Okay, it says, initiate the fall. They'll choose the mark. Let's get Zucker on it. And they shill their vomit. Here, fill this up now. The master in the know looks to serve them that sacrament, and I reveal the show. I shill her with a diamond and serve the law here. And they deserve from the snake to be served in the sacrament.
Okay, now read the one from the nuke.
From the nuke, the one I just did?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. It says...
she's a witch, man. You can look at that white streak in her hair right there.
And I shall on earth invoke to give us your soul. This gray knight now sings as if he won. And yes, he'll throw you out. It's over. The evil eye, was it sin? And then it's the next chunk says, heroes in the ships, they ask why, they must just listen. An alien warship gave us the power, it will not miss. A nasty game, and now we're forced. And I wonder, Lord, would us grow in it? We're all reaping this toxic passion of Samael. Send bombs.
The white streak. Josie and the Pussycats, white streak. All the witches,
Cruella
white streak.
I mean, come on.
Cruella DeVille, white streak. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Cruella DeVille is, by the way, Ayn Rand. Like, absolutely, that's what that is. But it cracks me up, man. Like, what is up with that? What is up with this white streak thing? It's a real thing,
No, it is a real thing.
It is.
I knew somebody who had a white streak and they had one green eye and one blue eye.
Oh yeah, white streak, man. Absolutely.
I'm telling you right now, that person was an intensely magical person. You would not want to fucking do anything to disturb the vibe of that person. imagine just driving around in your 6'4" with some nice speakers back in that back window grill, the windows down. No one even drives around with their windows down anymore. People used to be driving around with their arm hanging out the window. You know what I mean? People just
it's all tinted windows now, man.
And everybody's in their filter bubble, just a little, cocoon to get from point A to point B without any disturbances. You don't want anybody looking at you, and you don't want anybody hearing your music. You just want to be in there all by yourself.
No eye contact.
No. Universe 2025. Hey, I never...
Google Glass.
Hey, dude. It's Universe 25 and it's 2025. Wait a minute. Remember that?
In the year 2525.
It's the extinction generation. People just looking in the mirror and licking themselves. Like those rats.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The whole idea of the ones who groom themselves, right?
That's what I'm saying. They're just laying around licking their balls. That's what those rats were doing in that experiment.
Because they can't.
Well, what was different than that? Like the whole idea was, you had this certain group that they were the lovely ones, whatever they called them in the experiment.
The beautiful
and what they would
ones.
do is they just groom themselves.
The beautiful ones.
Meanwhile, they had the renegade male rats who were raping everything, the other ones, and then in like marauding, right? So you had the marauders basically. So you had this separation society where it turned into they didn't call them the lovely ones, they called them something else.
The beautiful ones.
The beautiful ones, basically, yeah.
That's what they were called.
They just groom themselves. We're all fine doing their thing. Meanwhile, the other ones were raping and killing and pillaging and eating the other rats and everything else around them, and it didn't matter, because this one looked pretty.
Pizza rat for president, dude.
Yeah, this one looked pretty.
Pizza rat for president. That's all I gotta say.
I just gotta wonder, like how accurate that is. Like how accurate is this in society?
It is accurate.
So because the idea was to give everything that is needed to live in society, then it will devolve into a situation where we have the groomers, essentially. I don't mean groomers in the way people think of that word now. These pretty ones, right? They'll groom themselves the entire time, make themselves look pretty, right?
But they don't go anywhere.
Have these other ones who will just maraud around, and it doesn't matter that that's what's happening, as long as the pretty ones essentially get to do their thing.
You know what? I'm gonna bust out my time machine, and I'm gonna make everybody who's hearing this right now forget all about it. I'm gonna forget about it right now. Ready? Here we go. I'm gonna make you forget all about it right now.
Mind wipe it. Let's go.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Here comes the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No.
In summertime.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes and moves romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run a rhyme and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime.
All right.
Out in this sort of a buzz, but back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what happened is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep or your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on Lorenzo's. Back in Philly we be out in the park,
A place called the Plateau is where everybody go. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around and see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad I compose this rhyme to hip you and to get you equipped for the summertime.
We talking about peace. A piece of yours, a piece of mine. A piece of mine, one nation, under a groove.
All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning. You guys ready to go? It's a world premiere.
I've been through a whole lot. Trial, tribulation, but I know God. Satan wanna put me in a bow tie. Pray that the holy water don't go dry, yeah, yeah. As I look around me, so many motherfuckers wanna down me, but they don't never drown me.
Don't be a groom.
And I love myself. The world is a ghetto, big guns and dickies. I love myself, but they can do what they want when they want. I love myself. He said I gotta get up. Good night, everybody. I love myself. One day at a time. Sun gon' shine. Everybody looking at you crazy. What you gonna do? Lift up your head and keep moving. Or let the paranoia haunt you. Peace to fashion police, I wear my heart on my sleeve, let the runway start. You know the miserable do love company. What do you want from me and my scars? Everybody lack confident, everybody lack confident. How many times my potential was anonymous? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this. I love myself. The world is a ghetto, big guns and dickies. I love myself. But they can do what they want whenever they want, I don't mind. I love myself. He said I gotta get up, life is more than suicide. I love myself. One day at a time, sun gon' shine. They wanna say it's a war outside, and a bomb in the street, and a gun in the hood, and a mob of police, and a rock on the corner, and a line full of fiend, and a bottle full of lean, and a motto on a scheme, yeah. These days of frustration keep y'all on tuck in rotation. I duck these cold faces, post up, feed 5-4 from bases. Dreams are reality's piece. Blow steam in the face of the beast. The sky can fall down, the wind can cry now. The strong in me, I still smile. I love myself. The world is a ghetto, big guns and dickies.